today, what we got here is a 2006 Ford Freestar. It's a 4.2 liter V6 engine. It's got 200 horsepower and it's front wheel drive. Let's take a closer look. Alright, so one thing I like about this vehicle right off the bat is all the space it has in the back. It's got 7 seats and the back 3 can fold down into the floor. So it has a big space of a trunk. You can store all sorts of gear, and that's right off the bat what I like about this is big storage capacities. So we're going to run this through a couple of different tests. They're not your usual tests, and we're coming up on the first one here. It's called the hill climb. So let's see how she rolls on the hill climb. All right, so we're coming up on a road here that goes up a hill off the main street, and this hill's got a pretty steep incline. Goes pretty much hard up all the way up this hill. So we'll see how the engine handles on this one. Alright, wasn't too bad. So, had a little trouble getting up at the bottom there, but once we got some good speed on it, caught up and got up. It was a little slow. I had to catch going up that hill a little bit, but yeah. Alright, so this next test that we got here is we've got a little bit of a rough curb going up onto our property here, and then we got a pothole right after that. So we're gonna go up on this curb here, and we're gonna see how the suspension handles out on this. One bad thing about the minivan is they're pretty low to the ground, so I'm a little worried about the scraping, but here we go, we'll try it out. Okay, wasn't too bad. Let's try this pothole here. Okay, so what this van has is it has coil springs for all 4, and it's got on the back, it's got non-independent suspension. So you go over a pothole, it jostles it pretty bad, but I still quite like the suspension on this. So let's move on to the next test. Alright, so this next test that we're going to put this through is the off the line test. We're going to go up to a red light, we're going to come to a complete stop, and when the light turns green we'll go. I'm going to give it normal amount of gas. I'm going to try to get up to a speed of 25 miles an hour normally, just like any other person would, and just see how I feel about the engine and its acceleration and its performance here. So we're going to try this out. Okay, coming up to the red light here. Come to a complete stop. Speed limit here is 35, so we're going to get up to 35 just as normally as we can. Complete stop. A little slow switching from first to second gear. However, I don't mind that. That was a very easy, very normal acceleration from 0 to 35, and I quite like that actually. Monday morning coffee, strong poured everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke, diesel backhoe riding, king of beers, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Okay, so the next test we're going to put it through is the off-road test. Now I know it's a minivan and I know it's not 4-wheel drive, but I'm going to put every car through the same test. We're going to come to this little park here, like a little grass strip where you can park. And I'm just gonna go off here and see how she handles. Off-road. Now the suspension and the tires are a bit tight here, so you feel every jostle, every bump. It's not four-wheel drive. Tires slip a bit on the grass. It's not your ultimate off-road vehicle. It's a minivan. Now we're going to do the maneuverability, steering, and the handling. Alright, so we're in a parking lot here. Got several concrete little pylons here. We're going to maneuver our way around them, just see how she handles. Okay, so I'm getting the sense for it. It's a bit tight on the steering, but it handles very well. Traction's definitely not a problem on concrete. That handled perfectly.